Hello there. It's time for Most Things Kenobi. Shouldn't it be All Things Kenobi?
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Most Things Kenobi, a podcast about Obi-Wan Kenobi and all things Star Wars. I'm your host, Lauren.
And I'm your host, Leanne.
And this week we have something a little different for you.
Yes, a little fun, a little messy. I'm excited.
A little bit of mixing of eras and places and...
Oh yes, of worlds.
Yeah.
Right now, we're sitting at like 1 week till Andor.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
I think I need this in my life.
Well, good, because it's going to be around for like 9 weeks, so you've got it.
And we get 3 episodes at once.
I know.
Fuck?
And I'm going to be in California when they come out, so I don't have to stay up till 3 in the morning. Well, I guess
That's true.
It'll still be 3 in the morning my time, but yeah, I'm excited. I won't have to kill myself to see them.
Are you going to have your pumpkin spice latte? Because, you know, pumpkin spice and Cassian go together like green eggs and ham.
Wish. I am allergic to pumpkin.
Oh, I forgot you're allergic to pumpkin. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, have a nice cinnamon latte, dolce latte, whatever.
Yeah, I like those, yeah.
Yeah, those are real good. That's very fall-like.
It is, and it's pure sugar. It's amazing.
I know, it's great. I will have the pumpkin spice latte, and I will take a picture when I watch Andor and post it to Patreon, because I said I would. The people are waiting.
Super cozy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be colder where I am, I think, so I'll actually get to be a little more cozy in California when I probably watch it on a laptop with headphones on, let's be real.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I don't care. I'm so excited. You know, if I'm watching on a laptop with headphones, no one has to know how many times I rewind it.
That's it! The secret's out! No. I have a feeling. Are you going to bring your candle with you? Probably not, because it's not allowed through TSA.
Oh, probably not. Yeah, I don't want it taken away from me.
No, don't take it. But you know what? When you get home, light it.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, I have recently purchased and done an unboxing review of the Nerf Herder company. They did an Andor scented candle, and it smells amazing.
Yes, and it's been highly requested that we do more unboxing videos. So that means I'm going to have to buy something to unbox. So thank you for the idea and the green light to go ahead and buy something.
Terrible timing since I've cut myself off from buying stuff from now on.
Well, it'll be my turn.
Yes, you've got to buy some stuff.
Yes.
We'll take turns.
Well, anywho, we're starting with, in this list of... Wait, did we even tell them what we're doing?
No, we haven't said it yet.
No, not even close. Okay. Well, why don't you introduce it then?
We started with a tangent because that's what we do best.
It is what we do best.
So this week we are going to discuss a few Star Wars characters and what jobs they would have in our universe. Modern times, Leanne, or just any time?
I think in our modern day, today, in the year 2022... And this is going to be a series, so we're starting with the Rogue One characters that we've chosen and moving into A New Hope characters that we've chosen.
Today.
And we'll do, today. And then we'll do other sets of characters from other Star Wars media in other episodes.
Yeah, sometime in the future. It'll be fun. And we can always come back and change our minds later on what we decided.
This is true. We could get a whole new idea from Cassian in this. Although... we have not discussed what we think these jobs are going to be.
No.
I made a list of characters. I'm going to go down and announce the character, and then it's like word vomit from there.
Here we go.
So let's begin.
Let's do it.
We'll start with Rogue One, because it makes the most sense, and then move into A New Hope.
Okay.
We'll start with the obvious. Jyn Erso.
Roller derby.
That is so good. I would have never guessed, and that's so good.
It just
you just
came
came
to
up
me.
with that?
Yeah, it just came. It just came
She's
to
a
me.
badass bitch. She would be a roller derby girl.
She would totally be amazing at roller derby. Or
There's
she'd
absolutely-
be like just a mercenary otherwise.
I mean, there's just nothing I can come up with that will top that. That is so good.
She has to come up with a good roller derby name, though. That's like one of the best parts of roller derby.
Stardust or Starfist?
Starlust.
Starlust!
Starfist
Well,
is good.
I was thinking, like, you know, because they punch each other and, like, trip each other and shit?
I don't know, like, now roller derby is becoming all, like, legitimized and it's weird. Back in the 80s, it was all it was very physical. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I follow that?
I don't know, that just came to me. It's because I'm tired. Things come out weird.
I'll just go with your answer because there absolutely is no other answer. I didn't know where I was going to go with it, but the minute you said it, there's no better. Although she was an incredibly good climber.
That's true. I actually, when we watched Rogue One, because as you know, I love rock climbing.
Yes.
There's that scene where they jump from, the tower onto the data tower. And my first thought was, I wonder which rock climber they hired to do that scene.
Right? Because the finger gripping strength that you need to do that and not fall.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And they both did it. Anyway, I think she could be a pretty damn good rock climber and or climbing instructor.
For sure. She could be an official dirtbag.
I love it.
All
Okay.
right, who else do you have on your list?
We got Cassian. Cassian's next. Cassian Andor.
You go first for Cassian.
Ooh. I'm thinking moody professor of history who has a side hustle dealing in weapons out of the back of his trunk of his car.
Say, almost Indiana Jones like.
This is exactly the vibe I was going for. Thank you for calling that out. I'm getting Indiana Jones like he's literally leaping out the window if somebody needs him. He's totally not in it, but he's got that serious face. Mm-hmm. He knows a lot of shit. He's very good at his craft, and yet he has a side hustle that's completely illegal.
Yeah, I like that. That makes sense. I think he would do well in that environment.
Well, not only that, I kind of want to see him in like a tweed suit.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The man would look really good.
Diego Luna looks great in a suit.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
So, I mean, there's a little selfishness there, but...
You're going to be the girl in the class with I love you written on her eyelids like in Indiana Jones?
Yes, like slow blinking. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'll be that role. That's fine. What do you think about Cassian?
God.
He's a candle. No.
Oh,
He's a candle maker.
He could be definitely a cologne spokesperson. Just put this candle scent on him and walk him around. He'll make a lot of sales.
He could be the sniffer.
Or the other way around, where people can just sniff him.
Or they sniff him. Oh, that's creepy. That's fine. I'd also take that role as well.
Yeah. You've wanted the job as hair fluffer to like fix people's hair on set, so this would just be the sniffer.
Somebody was the hair fluffer for Sebastian Stan in the Winter Soldier movie. Mm-hmm. There's pictures of some person fluffing his hair. How does one acquire this job? Please let me know.
We need a job application.
Yeah, the working email you can reach me at is mostthingskenobi.com@gmail.com. Just reach out to me. Anyone. Anybody. Sorry, tangent.
No, that would be a good job with Diego Luna, too. His hair that, like, defies gravity sometimes. It's crazy.
Yeah, it seems really soft.
Yeah, but also, like, very structured sometimes. He can hold, like, a 1950s and a 1970s, like, pompadour.
That's true.
It's kind of impressive.
Well, he's got good genes. He's got really good genes.
This is true. It's not a point you can argue.
No, it's like who else has it? Oscar Isaac has extremely.
Yes.
It's like they were blessed.
Yes, indeed. I like you. I don't know if I could top that. Mine is kind of more obvious, where he'd be like work for the CIA or something.
Oh, he's totally a CIA person, but he'd be a little bit rogue.
I see what you did there. Someone arrest us.
Wait, if he's the FBI agent, he could arrest us.
Yeah, that would be all right. Except I really don't want to go to jail.
No. Okay. Cheerit, our spirit animal.
Oh, man. He would be like an online coach, like a life coach.
Ooh, yes. Totally different from my first idea that I was going to have.
Just like a yoga instructor.
Yes, a yoga instructor, absolutely. Like a taekwondo,
Yeah.
like one of those gyms
Yes.
where discipline and craft come together.
But also spirituality and centeredness.
Yes. I was going to say he's a crystal hawker in, like, Sedona, Arizona. He has a crystal shop where he tells everyone what the crystals mean and how you can align your chakras, and then he takes them out on a meditation retreat.
As a person who lived near Sedona for a while, that is 100% accurate. Oh my god.
I knew you'd understand.
That's really funny. Now, are they real crystals or are they fake, like, crystals that have powers?
I think they're,
really?
if we're talking Cheerit, he definitely went out and got the crystals himself.
I see.
Or maybe perhaps Baz helps him.
Yes, I was going to say, and then if you pay the extra, they'll take that Overlandia Jeep to the Sweat Lodge because then
you got to go to this.
Yeah.
Well, not the ones where all the people died.
No, but where you can have your own, like, vision quest at the Vortex, because that's what Sedona is all about.
When I was in Sedona, that was it, and the first thing I think of is Cheerit Imwe. Crystal and meditation outreach. Well, since I mentioned him, I've got Baz, or Boz, depending on how you pronounce it. He's next, because without Cheerit, there is no Boz. Without Baz, there is no Cheerit.
Well, what would you say for him?
He works at a kid's water park. And he uses the water gun and just shoots them all with the water gun and laughs.
Is it on his back like his...
Yes, that's the water gun.
That's really funny. That is not what I thought you were going to say at all.
Well, I think he would have so much fun. He would get so much glee out of it.
Oh my gosh, he would love it. Do you think he would like to, like, kind of shoot kids in the back of the head too when they're walking by?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'd get one more shot in, but the kids would be like, "Yeah, what'd you do that for?" And he'd be like, "Wasn't me, it was him.
Somebody else.
It was over there." Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Well, how the hell do I top that?
It just came out. This is the beautiful part. I'm literally coming up with whatever first pops into my head.
I mean, he's so, like, pragmatic, right? But
yeah,
I don't know, honestly, for him. He would be like a gunner on a helicopter, you know, like...
Ooh, Coast Guard.
I could see that.
Or just a gunner on a military.
Anything. Like, because his gun is the big thing for him. It's too easy, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting Super Soaker vibes, that's all.
Well, it is kind of like that. It's the pump action Super Soaker is what he's got. It just will kill you.
Next on the list, K2SO.
K2 would be self-employed.
He would be self-employed.
He is definitely an IT person.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I love IT people. They save lives.
Shit, they save our asses at my job constantly.
But sometimes they do talk to you like you're an idiot if you don't know
Absolutely.
what's wrong with your technology.
And rightfully so, because they're literally magic workers.
Yes, yeah.
And they don't have time to deal with the
bullshittery.
Yeah.
The normies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. I thought he would be a clinical therapist, licensed practitioner for cognitive behavioral therapy, where he just told it like it is and he would start a new wave.
Cuts right through it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good because he is, like, really straightforward and a little too blunt, but then he'll say something very surprisingly kind.
Yeah. There's a tender wiring in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I just would love to tell him, like, any problem, and those beady little eyes would shift a little and be like, you know that's stupid, right? Like, I would want him to say something like, the probability of this occurring in your anxious mind is 1,000 to 1. Stop it.
You need him to talk people off ledges, basically.
Yes.
He's a healthcare provider.
All right, next on our Rogue One list, gotta go with Krennic.
Oh my god, it's like what we said. Who were we talking to? Oh, it was in our Zoom call where they said Krennic was middle management.
Yes. And we all, like, collectively, the whole group was nodding our heads.
Yes, it was like bitchy middle management. Doesn't really have that much power, but it has enough power to make your life a living hell. Kind of works at a not that important corporation.
Yes. Yes. But thinks it's important.
Yes. Wait, like, acts like they're curing cancer when really they're just doing the same thing everyone else is.
So basically what you're saying is he's that boss from Office Space. The one that comes up, he's like, yeah, I'm going to have you come in on Saturday. You know that guy?
Movie. I love that
too.
movie so much.
I know, it's great.
You're so right, though. Krennic is totally that guy. 100%.
Totally that guy. Middle management. Okay. Our final person on the list from Rogue One, Saw Gerrera.
He's barely a person anymore at this point.
I mean,
what do you think? What comes to mind?
The first thing that came to mind, and this is stupid and twisted, he works at a theme park, like, as one of the costumed people who, like, pose as, like, in a soft suit, like Smokey the Bear, or, you know, in, like, a complete outfit that walks around just in an outfit. Not a total cosplay, but he's completely hidden by, like, a soft outer. Think of, like, all I can think of is Smokey the Bear.
But like Mickey Mouse at Disneyland.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And Goofy and Minnie, and they all look like the characters, but there's a human on the inside. Saw Gerrera. I don't know what character.
The mighty have fallen.
I know. Well, he kind of looks like it with that giant, like, all of his pieces.
I totally get it.
But he would not probably be allowed around children.
Oh, no, he's way too intense.
No, he's out back drinking with the head of his suit, like, he's, like, leaning on the head of the suit.
Oh, that's so
Otherwise, he's a scuba instructor.
Because it's always got the breathing mask there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like, for me, it's like he was a bomb diffuser.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And it didn't go well.
You have such practical jobs, and mine are all fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that's kind of, maybe it's an example of how not creative I am.
Or how I can't take anything seriously.
I'm too practical for my own good. You don't take anything seriously. It's why we're a perfect match.
He would be a great bomb diffuser, though. He's a great leader. I mean,
well,
depending on...
It's like he kept doing it, but kept detonating the bombs, and he's just losing a little bit of himself here and there till now he's
every
made of
single
metal.
time. One of these days, I'm gonna get it right. One of these days.
One hand left to get it correct. Oh man, poor Saw.
I know. I can't wait to see him in the new show. I think we're gonna get so much more. It's gonna be great.
I think he's such a great character. He's a very tragic character for sure.
Oh, it's awful. It's pain. I love it.
Yeah.
There's a brighter future out there for you, Saw Gerrera. In the form of Mickey Mouse. Hey,
I think he'd rather die than do
I think he'd rather just pass.
hard pass, but thank you. All right, so you've got A New Hope characters on this list too?
I do, and we're starting with the most obvious and getting to the most ridiculous. First up is Luke Skywalker. Now think A New Hope Luke Skywalker. No other type of Luke Skywalker.
God, that's hard. Honestly, I never even believed him as a farm boy. He's totally just like a nerd.
Totally, though. Like a little geeky boy.
Yeah, he's like a fandom nerd who plays video games. But he also is like really good at fixing droids and stuff, so he's clearly smart.
Hey, careful who you're calling out here.
I'm calling out
I'm
me.
a nerd who plays video games.
I literally spent, I don't even know how long watching Zelda trailers yesterday because I was being nostalgic.
Really? I love Zelda.
We have a console and it's broken and we won't get it fixed because we will never do anything else with our lives.
You know your limits.
You know when I get on the Oculus, I'll be on there for like 8 hours straight, so I have to be careful.
It's true. It's true.
I'm calling out myself and everyone who listens to this podcast.
It's okay. You are welcome here.
Yes.
You are welcomed here.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems so, like, aimless in the first one. You know, it's like he knows he doesn't want to be doing what he's doing, but he doesn't know what he wants to be doing.
I would vote his real life job, summer camp counselor. Or
Oh
a
my
summer
God.
camp leader.
He's
Or a
perfect.
summer camp organizer or something.
He's a giant adult doofus, and
Yes.
he's way too enthusiastic, which is exactly as a person who's worked for summer camps.
I just think he would look great in an outfit like the uniform and be like, come on, it's story time around the fire and like s'mores time. And, okay, so we're talking like inexperienced Luke. We'll
Yeah.
get to Empire Strikes Back and then Return
Yes.
of the Jedi Luke, which is going to completely change.
Yes, he grows a lot and changes a lot.
I don't think either of those versions of Luke would be a camp leader.
No, but this one definitely would. 100%.
Yeah.
He would love every minute of it.
He would. I think Mark Hamill would like it now.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, let's be real.
S'mores and campfires. I think it's right up his
And
alley.
he would sit around and do his different voices
Oh
to
my
tell
God.
the story.
Yes, he would just hold court and the whole room would just sit there listening with rapt
I would.
attention. I would too.
I absolutely would. All right, next one up is Leia. This is a hard one. I always think motivational speaker, but not your conventional motivational speaker. So,
Is she Tony Robbins?
no, I'm thinking like a TED Talk. Like she gives a TED Talk on how to not be an asshole while being an asshole. Like something very Carrie Fisher. She's like K2SO. She's going to lay it out there
Yeah.
and yet still motivate people.
I would go to that speech.
Me too.
She's hard, honestly.
Because, I mean, obviously she falls into like a political role of leadership.
Yeah, so like you'd see her running for like student council or shit when she was in high school.
Student council.
Yeah.
But that's not a job.
No. Going into politics as I don't know, she's all about the cause, and fighting for the little person. She'd definitely be like working for nonprofits and shit like that.
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, and then she'd give speeches on them and blow everyone away
Yeah.
by like how real she is. Like, no bullshit at this nonprofit.
She truly is a noble person at heart,
No sugarcoating at all. That brings us to Han. Good old Han Solo. He's a bartender.
Yeah, seriously. Yes, I was going to say it's like a job that pays you and you can live off of, but it's not a career. That would be whatever Han is. So a bartender, I think, works really well for that.
He shoots darts with people, in between drinks. He'll play the jukebox loud if someone's causing trouble, and then he drowns them out with loud music,
Probably learns a few tricks to like swindle people with for lack of a better term, swindle people out of a few more extra dollars playing some sort of game on the bar or something.
Exactly. He gets to know everyone. He knows everyone's drinks. He's that good guy everyone trusts. Old Ben Kenobi. A New Hope.
It's got to be something where it's like not what it seems at first,
A magician. 1 minute he's there, the next minute he isn't. He's become a Force ghost.
He's David Copperfield.
Yeah.
He'd be like, every time you go to the library, he'd be like that old guy in the back reading like a mountain of books.
Yeah, and be like, what can I help you find? What are you looking for?
It just like drop little tidbits of knowledge on you as a kid, and you'd be like, wow, that guy knows everything.
Yeah, well, what's up with that? And then turns out to be a really good dude. And he knows your parents.
And he like used to work for the British government or some weird
Yeah.
thing.
Like, oh, wow, he's got a lot of accolades. What are you doing in the library?
Yeah, he's like a retired professor.
Yes. Yeah, he worked with Cassian and actually fired Cassian because he was doing the under the table shit. They go way back. I kind of love this. I love
like
this. He also wears a terry cloth robe.
Yes, he does. That can just come right from Star Wars right into this universe.
That's it, because A New Hope is all about the terry cloth robes, and we love it.
Apparently, in science fiction, we need our comforts.
Yes, baby blankets. Anyway, that leads us to Tarkin.
Oh man, one of my favorite things about Tarkin that I've ever come across was in the novelization A New Hope. which was written before the movie came out, I think. It described Tarkin's face as an old broom.
Old broom.
Yes, I think that was the terminology that they used. I even took a picture of it and I posted it on Instagram because it made me laugh so hard. It was just the weirdest.
What kind of broom? Are we talking like the very long ones that like janitors use, or are we talking like the old-fashioned like brown ones that you sweep a porch with?
I love both of these descriptions that you just listed.
Okay.
So I found it. It says the nearest to Taj was a thin, hatchet-faced man with hair and a form borrowed from an old broom and the expression of a quiescent piranha. So
That is appropriate.
hatchet-faced and with the hair and form, like his body and his hair were like an old broom.
So porch sweeping. Broom.
Yeah. Or he was
That's what
just a
I'm
broom
thinking.
in another life. He was a witch's broom.
I totally.
He was raised by witches in the forest.
That's it. And he creates their brooms for them. Okay, that's what we're settling on for his. He works in Salem and he loves Halloween, and that's it. He carries on the tradition of broom making
He's like in Halloween mode, but all year round.
all year long. And he doesn't give out candy
No,
because he's like, fuck these kids.
he's just actually scary.
Yeah, he just closes his. Well, actually, I don't give out candy on Halloween because I turn off all the lights in my house. I'm like, please don't come to this house. I don't want to give out. Please don't bother me. Like,
So you're Tarkin.
I don't. Well, my hair doesn't look like a broom. Maybe it does right now, but we can't talk about Tarkin without talking about Vader. A New Hope Vader.
Oh man, a job for Vader.
One that he would actually agree to do.
Seriously, everything about him would be difficult. His pissiness reminds me of the deans in my high school who would just sit around and give you
Ooh.
shit for not wearing your ID in the hallway.
Yeah. A heckler.
Yeah, an adult heckler who's paid to bother children. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, what do you think? What job could Vader possibly not get fired from?
None.
He's the CEO. That's what he is, right?
I mean, he flies pretty damn well in A New Hope.
Flies?
Yeah, after Luke to the Death Star.
Oh, yeah. Good point. That whole thing. I forgot.
That part.
The most important part of the movie. Yeah,
I
that
mean, I know
part.
he's mostly in like offices choking people and walking through hallways and being ominous. So yeah, I guess he is a dean or like a principal or just a disciplinarian.
Yeah. Petty. Yeah, I think just a bossy asshole dean sounds right. Like
Sounds
he's
good to
a
me.
principal. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. I said we would end this in a ridiculous manner, and I mean that. So the next two characters, Dianoga, the trash compactor monster from A New Hope. What's its job?
I mean, it's really only good for one thing.
I mean, it instead of trash, it would recycle.
It's a recycling
We
bin.
need more recycling.
Yeah, I mean, it could like be put in the ocean to go clean, like eat garbage out of the ocean. That would be nice.
I love that.
That
love
would be
that.
eco-friendly, which I know we both like. So
Yes, we do. We're here for eco-friendly. It could be repurposed. It would have a new world job and a new purpose.
yeah, and it wouldn't have
Instead
to
of-
live in a scary, dark, dank
Yeah.
garbage can.
Yeah. Last but not least, Porkins. We had to put him on the list. He didn't live long, but we gone too soon. Rest in peace.
Oh man, Porkins.
But Porkins, he works in the cafeteria.
Yeah, it's like straight up. His name is just straight up mean.
Yeah, it's terrible. And he's a lunch dude. He's a lunch lady. Like,
Totally.
he's the guy who slops the food down and says, keep it moving.
And has to wear a hairnet on his beard.
Yeah.
Because we've all seen those people in the cafeteria.
Sure have. You don't want beard hair in your Salisbury steak.
Oh, God.
And that that, my friends, is the first round of what jobs would these characters have if they lived here and now, and we have completely wasted your time.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.
This week, we want to know what you think any of these characters would do for a job or a career or a side hustle if they were living here and now in our current times. We just told you our ridiculous choices, so let us know what yours are.
Poor Porkins.
Poor Porkins.
All right, next week, of course, we're going to talk about the first 3 episodes of the Andor show. It's dropping on Wednesday, and then we're going to fast record and edit and get it out on Tuesday. But just a caveat, we are not going to be doing what we did with the Kenobi series.
Yeah.
It just about killed us to do an episode for each episode that came out. The turnaround time is too fast for the schedules that we live at. So we're going to do the first 3 episodes this next coming episode of ours, and then we'll probably do them in batches, right? You think like maybe batches of 3, something like that?
Definitely. Yeah.
Also, let us know if you want to do support group for Andor as well. Again, we wouldn't do it every week, but maybe we could do it every 3 weeks, something like that. So hit us up on social media and let us know if that's something you're interested in. It was super fun for the Kenobi series.
Sure was, and we may need it. Again, we don't know, but we may.
We're going to be having feelings, I'm sure. We always do.
Thank you so much for joining us here on the Most Things Kenobi podcast. We appreciate every single one of our patrons and are grateful for your support. So if you'd like to support the podcast and become a patron as well, head over to the Most Things Kenobi Patreon. As always, you can follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram, and even YouTube. You always forget to say YouTube.
Oh, that's true.
And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast player. If you enjoy our podcast, please feel free to rate us on Spotify and Apple. We appreciate that as well. And if you need just one place to find all of these, head on over to mostthinkskenobi.com.
So until next time, my space twin, may the force be with you.
Always.